Hello again. Now today I'm going to show you one of the ways I set up a Linux laptop to do wireless packet captures. Okay, to start with, I'll show you what interfaces are on the laptop. So just do IP link. And you can see here, loopback, that's my wired interface, and this is my wireless one. But as I've shown before, you can use wireshark or TCP dump to do captures. But if I try to run TCP dump on that wireless interface, just as it stands at the moment, it's not going to do anything. Now that's not connected to any network at all, wired or wireless. And even if it was connected wirelessly, the adapter isn't in monitor mode. So all that you would capture by doing that is traffic that was destined for this laptop and actually made it through the network stack and got up there. But what I want to do is set this wireless adapter into monitor mode. That way, even if there's traffic that's not destined for this, just any wireless traffic, it'll be able to sniff. Now my preferred way to do that is to use a program called AeroDump, which comes with the package of AirCrack. Now that's something I might have used years ago for cracking wireless networks, but don't so much anymore. But either way, it's a good program. So if you install AirCrack NG, okay, that will contain the program AeroDump. Now, I've already installed it, so I can just go straight in. And the program to use is called AeroDump. Now if I just run that by itself, it does fuck all. Now I've also got to tell it at least what interface to use, so I'll just run that now. So AeroDump NG interface WLP3SO. If I just run that like that, you'll see a lot of good output, which I'm not going to explain in this video, but I will in a future maybe. But you can see up here, the channel is changing all over the place, okay? And as you should know, in 2.4 gig, the only real channels are 1, 6, and 11. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set it to one channel and capture that. So I'll exit out of that. Just run it again and just do channel 1, okay? So now it's set. There is output here particular to this program that I'm not going to concentrate on for this, but what it's done in effect is it's set it to monitor mode. Okay, so if I actually exit that, what you can also do is set a couple of specific channels. So I can just do channel 1, 6 and 11, and now you can see it's bouncing around, but it's only bouncing around between 1, 6 and 11. Okay, so now if I go up to, here's my adapters again. If I go TCP dump again and use the wireless adapter, this time you see lots of traffic. Now that's all traffic that's in the air on either channels 1, 6 or 11, depending on what it's on at the time. So there's all the traffic floating around. But to analyze that, you don't use TCP dump, you use wireshark. So you can stop that. Just run up wireshark. And just capture on that wireless interface. And because, as I said, because it's in monitor mode, traffic will come in. There is an option in Wireshark here where just over the right here, you've got this monitor mode here, but chances are it's not going to work. It works good on the MacBook, not so good on the Linux box. But either way, I've already set the card into monitor mode using AeroDump, so I can just run Wireshark as normal and do a capture. And of course, if your device supports it, you can do the same for 5 gig channels. Now I'll just set this up for channel 149, and you can see AeroDump showing you there's some beacons, but I want a closer look. So I'll just start a Wireshark capture here, and you see them all coming in, so I can click on them and see what's going on here. And I know this front and back SSID, that's my dash cams in the car. I've got the front and the back one. So there it is. Anyway, that's the one way. I'm sure there's other ways to set up a Linux box to do wireless captures. So I only ever use a MacBook or a Linux box to do wireless captures. To this day, I've never actually done a wireless capture on a Windows box. I'm sure others have. I haven't. Anyway, that's one way to do it on Linux, and that's the way I do it. So I'll see you next time.